Welcome back to our Karmic third party read. We are going to check in on the current energy this week in the first week of September. This energy can play out over the next week. Yet again, one thing I am noticing as a synchronistic pattern, especially between the masculine, the feminine, the karmic, the fives and the eights. So that can be a very separate synchronistic message. This also can be unfinished business, creating more sustainability, deep wounds. Definitely from the title of this, intuition and breakthroughs. I do believe that the karmic third party is going through their own personal element of changes. It's a little bit like, how would I explain it? Self-preservation is a very interesting thing. And I do particularly feel their intuition is guiding them, especially from the crowning energy here, is that their intuition is kind of giving them a bit of an inkling of something they need to address. I do feel some of them, if they haven't been seeing eye to eye, it's almost like they're trying to get the hell out of Dodge. And this can be, look, I really need to address this. This is quite problematic. I do get this very superstitious energy. This also can be them going through the individual that they are seeing. It's like going through their phone, having hunches, and I'm definitely seeing from the 8 energy, they want to get to the bottom of this circumstance, but I do think this is quite a self-preservational energy going on this week in September. I do feel they've dealt with this. It's sort of like they've been sacrificing, putting things on hold, not wanting to address them. And I'm seeing this assurance frequency. It's something they've known for a very long time. This is something that they've addressed. This can either be personal or directly inside the connection, but I feel it's overall here. There was this uncertainty within the connection. And I feel they've sacrificed and they've waited and they've held. This also could have been that they required this person to sacrifice. And again, this is to do with changes and changes that haven't been happening, changes that aren't destined to happen. And I feel the spiritual breakthrough in this instant is the revelation of such. I do feel this individual wants to free themselves. I don't know why I get this picture and this image of collecting goods. It could be putting food away, putting money away, preparing their exit. But it does feel that this breakthrough can also be some information. We're going to pull some clarifiers. I almost feel this regret of not listening to their instincts. Yeah. I do feel old circumstances that hadn't been addressed within the connection have come up. Feel that once the ball gets moving on this, it's happening very quickly. I don't necessarily feel this person is comfortable with the speed in which it's happening. It sort of takes on a life of its own. I also feel that there can be some regret in the way that they're handling things. I also feel that those that are no longer in a karmic connection also can be reaching out to counterpart. This can be for money. This can be for moral support due to some changes. This can be for reconciliation. Again, I'm seeing no. For some, I'm also seeing if there was a plan that these two individuals were getting married, this is actually causing tension for them. This is taking the spice and the spark out of such. And that's not because that's what life does. It's because of where the person feels and how they feel directly relating to the circumstance. Almost that the mirage, the dream was bigger than the actual reality. I do feel those that are quite codependent are having to return to work. They also can be seeking out another individual. This can be either for moral support or a physical partnership. But the problem they're having, even though they have thought on this for a very long time, is they're not directly trusting their abilities. There's also trust issues within the connection. They're sitting on it. They're waiting for evidence. They could be speaking to friendship groups in relationship to this. Some are mourning the loss of a friend or a family member. I definitely feel the desire to have a major conversation. For some, they feel they haven't been on the same page for some time. This can be from June. They're making reference to a child here, but this will only be relevant for those that were either A, wanting a child, or B, have a child. Their higher consciousness is telling them this won't resolve the situation. I feel if there was any shady behavior, this could be coming out, and it's at the hand of their own friends. I feel for a pocket group that are already in separation, there is a feeling that counterpart is moving towards twin, that the union is imminent. It's almost like they're stalking your social media, trying to gauge whether you are melancholy for this connection still. They definitely have noticed counterpart had been off. There's a lot of people peeling away from their life at this stage. This is going to signify a huge shift. Feel a lot of sadness relating to the circumstance. Some also know deep down that even though they had a vision and a dream, it will never be so. And that the direction that they had been traveling is not one for them. For some, they are spiritually committed to another person, or it was due to a previous relationship. It was more in love with the notion. They keep referencing marriage. I feel for some this can be divorces. For some, this is a notion that a child or a marriage is not cementing and making a fulfilling connection. They're hearing the truth. They're regretful of their choices and their actions. It's causing issues in their life moving forward, both emotionally and financially. There's grave regret here. To a degree, they feel they now have no choice. Some also are reacting in what one could call a, in an immature manner. Just having trouble finding the word to describe what they were showing me. I feel this has been a long time coming. I do feel, as mentioned previously, individuals, friends, family have given them advice. They did get to a space they did quite give up. They didn't believe that this individual would let the situation go. I do fear at times they have the habit to go in where angels fear to tread. I do feel a parenting figure. This can be somebody who is very close to them or a superior. It's almost like they're trying to talk to them, trying to speak reason. And they've tried, and I feel that they'll, this also can be, usually it's like 3 strikes, and I feel they're on their 3rd. This is going to cause regret, whatever this behavioral pattern is. And I'm hearing the term hasty decision. Some of these circumstances, although they knew this was going to play out, but there are others in the manner that they're reacting, regardless of what their higher consciousness is really suggesting and recommending for them in this instant. I do feel they can be bringing more complications into this situation. I feel psychologically where they feel they're having a breakthrough, they're moving too quickly. And I feel because of this, it feels like a tower moment, going in where angels fear to tread. What is the suggestion, please, universe, to the karmic third party for the outcome card? I do very much think this is about a severing of a contract. Yeah, it's a lesson that they're supposed to learn. Yeah, it's a tower. A karmic lesson that was meant to be learnt, and an ending to the cycle. How do they feel after the fact, please? They do move into victim consciousness, but I also feel they're quite cross at themselves. They feel disaster follows them. They also feel times moving forward. Some may seek moral support, help, coaching, counselling. They do want to heal this, but this week it's looking unrepairable. I feel there's grave regret. I also feel there's a pocket group that are in grave regret who already are separated, and they're moving back in, but I directly do see whatever their actions are that they choose to use, it could be a very regrettable outcome. Take care, and I'll see you next week. If you do want a private reading, you can go to the link below. We do have limited spaces. Moreover, if you do need something that is supportive, you can come through and join a YouTube membership where we do have in the dark super chats where you can ask your most private, candid questions.